Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's session of Glory of the Giants here on Swindler's Den. We're finally back at it. It's been a little rocky road, but we're getting the schedule hammered in, and I think we're basically there at this point, aside from other random Sunday holidays. But yeah, welcome back. It's been a while for us, so we're getting into it as much as you guys are, but we're ready and raring to go. Announcements before we get started. We have a show that's been back or is coming back. I don't know, Grizz, do you want to explain the situation over there?
Yeah, check out Spelljammer, which has now returned every other Wednesday. So for now on, Glory of the Giants and Spelljammer will be switching every other Wednesday. So be excited for that. Check it out. Drop some likes.
Yeah, we wanted to get it back sooner rather than later, so we're keeping Glory to every other week, so Spelljammer can come back at the same time. So we didn't have to wait until one of the other campaigns ended before we came back. So excited for that. Otherwise,
While we're on the topic of shows, there is a mini series that should be releasing on Fridays. Stay tuned for more information and keep an eye out on your sub boxes for Fridays.
Ooh, a little bit of extra spicy news I wasn't aware of. So yeah, excited for even more content to come to Swindler's Den. But speaking of keep it tuned, join our Discord. It's our most active social media news source, and you can speak with other players and viewers and DMs and everything TTRPG and fun times. Other than that, I guess it's time to reintroduce my players. Let's start off with Grizlocke.
Hey everybody, I just want to state for the record that I did in fact have the bandana on first, and then Kyle copied me. I play Kelborn Kerrigan, the fighter ranger extraordinaire, an all-around humble guy.
And Kyle can't clap back until the very end because next we have Barely Caffeinated.
Hi, I have no extra thing to say, but I'm Barely Caffeinated. You can find me at Crits and Coffee. I cannot improv. Haven't been here in forever, but you can find me at Crits and Coffee on YouTube, where we are currently playing some Phandelver and the Shattered Blisk with some of the familiar faces around here as well. So check that out. I am playing as Siegfried, the Aasimar cleric.
Ooh, and then we've got DrPhage.
Hello, I'm DrPhage or Adam. You can find me on Twitter at Little Growth. That has all the information of the other places that I play games, both with people here and people not here. Lots of fun stuff. Tonight, I'm playing Benjamin Koalana Jr., the half-elf.
Half-elf warlock. Well, you've been waiting. You've been teased that he is here. Last but not least, we have Kyle.
Hey, it's me, Kyle. You can find me over at the Met Gala, making this look better, more fashionable, sexier, hotter. I don't know. Today I'll be playing for the what the heck am I? A half-elf fighter paladin.
It sure is. His hair part does really tie it together.
And the last time on Glory of the Giants, our group were in the war camp of the Hill Giants, speaking with one of the daughters of King Hereg, getting the lowdown that she was kind of on their side. She wasn't up for all the plans that were happening, so she clued them in on a few things. Well, that is the rest of the group, other than Kelborn, who was out and about with the Hill Giants, trying to learn their secrets, trying to get their totem. When he decided he was going to challenge the mouth of Grolantor that was held within a pen. He kind of made a deal with them, started doing some trades to get the guy some food to potentially throw the fight when he went in there to fight him 1v1, no weapons. Was able to kind of get the word across, but not entirely, before getting in the ring and throwing down the punches. But with a few little extra spell helps from Benjamin, plus his own pure strength, he was able to knock out this soon-to-be scion of the Hill Giants and gain the Hill Giants totem. As they were about to start partying after getting the totem, they all dipped and ran away back to Neverwinter to warn them about the change up in the plans, the dupe that was happening, that the Hill Giants were going to be attacking Waterdeep instead. This is all a ruse to get all of the resources away from Waterdeep, so it was easier to take down once they did move. Upon reaching Neverwinter, the group kind of did some late night activities with Siegfried and Kelborn going to the local Hall of Justice to try and get some answers about Siegfried's origins, but just gaining a little bit of what's the word? Not nervousness. Worry about where his divine blood came from. Benjamin put out some notes wanting to get in touch with the higher powers of Neverwinter, and Kelborn went back home to finally speak with his parents after so long, after sending them a note after leaving Neverwinter days later. Finally sent them a note saying, "Hey, I'm gone." Showed up, talked to them for a little bit, and then as he drifted off to slumber, was met with another deity trying to get their claws into him, promising answers to the things that he was looking for if he were to go and visit with them. But before we end the night, we're going to cut back to the tavern that the rest of you have joined up in after doing your day's activities before you go to bed for the night, if you wanted to speak to each other. Did I have you pay for the room yet?
Oh, of course. Yes, we already paid.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
I don't remember. I don't have memory.
I don't either.
That.
It's fine. It's
so.
It's whatever.
There was one more thing I would like to do before I meet up with everyone tonight. Try to get that squared away.
Yeah, you can do it.
Because I think also Benjamin is staying with his Entarum contacts to save on gold and such, since he's been able to do that in the past. Right. So he spends a little bit of time. He writes he writes 2 letters, and then essentially leaves that with all of his stuff. And then he goes down to the docks of Neverwinter.
All right. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to also mention Benjamin. His patron seemed very interested in a conversation he had previously had that evening.
Yes, so I have many things to talk with Miriandra about, and as I'm standing at the edge of the dock, just whisper to myself and to her, saying, I think it's time we speak again, and dives into the ocean.
Yes, give me... do you have, what's it called? Proficiency in religion?
I do not.
Then just give me a straight charisma check.
Okay.
A lifeguard runs after him.
I'll get it to you.
That's a 15?
A 15. You feel her presence here is very strong, but your vision does become dark and clouded once again, and you do feel her presence here as you have almost an outer body experience, and you feel the water moving around you as something is circling you in this space.
I felt your interest in the lord of this city.
His name is familiar. I don't know if it's who I'm looking for.
Well, I could certainly be convinced to investigate it for more for you. However, there's some information that I need as well.
You feel, I guess, a malice wash over you as you suggest you wouldn't do this already for her with the deal that you've made, but she waits for your request.
Benjamin lets that malice wash over him, and I feel like it only emboldens him to ask, what is the nature of our deal? I was in a precarious situation when I agreed, and I would like some more information on the exact details of it.
Our deal. You get what you want if you bring me what I want.
That's not very detailed. You have, on multiple occasions, lorded over the life that you hold in your hands of mine.
Do you not want your life? I could keep it.
And you would lose your most prolific tool in this world. What do you want with the Lord Protector?
All I need from you is to find out if he's who I think he is. If he is, bring him to the ocean. Bring him to me.
That wasn't my question. What do you want with him? I have done many things without knowing the outcome, and it has not turned out well for me.
I just want him to be here with me. Like he once promised to come back.
Like you wanted Kevhorn?
Yes, but not in the same way.
And what is your reaction going to be if he does not wish to come to the ocean?
If he is who I think he is and he doesn't come to the ocean, I know where he is and I'll find him.
Where does this end for us? I am trying to do a great many things, and it feels like at times you are at odds with what I am trying to accomplish.
How so? Are you not gaining what you want? Gaining power?
Yes, but it is also in the face of you trying to sabotage it by kidnapping the ones who are assisting me and working in such a petty manner of scooping people while traveling.
Did I not say you didn't have to bring me Kevhorn anymore?
After I agreed to do something else for you, after you had made 2 attempts to kidnap him, I made the effort to protect him.
I would say that was very kind of me to overlook our deal of giving you what you want over what I wanted.
How long have you been a goddess? Can't have been long.
It's not as long as others, yes. Doesn't mean I'm not as powerful as others.
I'm not questioning your power. I'm questioning your planning. I am thinking in the span of mortal lifetimes. A week is very important to me. If you're immortal, a week is nothing. perhaps spread out your plans a bit longer. Learn to wait a bit more for something to come to you. If you had not worked so rashly on Kevhorn, perhaps I could have convinced him to worship you, to serve you instead of seeking out other deity.
You think I want his worship?
You want him?
Yes.
And you think a worshiper would not want to join you in your realm?
I don't care for his worship. He is a thing for me.
And you wanted him now, and you couldn't wait.
Preferably sooner rather than later, but like I have said, I have overlooked this for you.
I will seek out the Lord Protector.
Thank you. You feel her presence withdraw from you, and you are just surrounded by ocean. You can see the currents moving lazily in front of you. Bubbles lifting up from the depths as you are alone now in this water, in this expanse.
Before I swim to the surface, I say, still beneath the waves, the ocean is eternal. You do not need to be. And I'll swim to the surface.
You do so. Where do you go after that?
I would dry myself off enough and then start making my way to the Iron Fire.
All right. You walk in, soaking wet, see Kelborn and Siegfried at a table waiting for you.
Is it raining outside?
No, I had to speak to Miriandra about some things.
That makes sense. Oh, she want to drown today?
Through the spores, I'm going to say possibly the Lord Protector of the city.
Oh. I was making a joke.
Unfortunately, she seems to have one MO and seems very keen on it.
Well, what do you hope to do?
I hope to stop King Hreg. I hope to protect all of you. I hope that this newfound goddess will perhaps grow into her station a bit more. Have you all found out anything?
Kind of just gesture to Siegfried.
I think we need to find some answers in the morning. The low clerics weren't as helpful as I think a high priest would.
Okay. If possible, I know Kevhorn's with his family tonight, so I don't think we need to bother him, but through my contacts here, if we can hold out a few days, we may be able to speak to some very important people in the city to make our case and provide them with the information that we have.
Right. Let's not forget, though, that there is an army marching south.
Not yet. They're planning to march south.
That's true. Yep, that's true.
But we also don't know how soon. Do we have a few days to spare?
Our associate didn't make it seem like it would be happening immediately. She also did not seem completely sure when it would happen. But if we can't make it to that meeting, we can speak to some other people in the city and at least get the information out.
Right.
Do you think I should tell the halls of justice?
I think if we are going to speak to anyone of this, it should be people who will not immediately panic hearing the information. So depending on who we can speak to in the Hall of Justice, potentially. But I would be worried about too many people knowing and panic arising in the city.
Or like, we don't want it getting out that we know that they're not attacking here, and then things change again.
That as well.
That's fair.
All right. If there's nothing else, you can have a long rest.
Woo. Quick question: Does anybody here remember if I put my one stat allocation anywhere from the hill giant thing?
No idea.
I think I might have, but I'm not entirely sure.
I thought it was charisma. I don't think it was strength.
It just says ability score increase your strength, constitution, or wisdom.
Yeah, so it'd been one of those three. And I think
Con?
all of them didn't get you to a even number. I think all of them were to an odd. If you have an odd number,
maybe-
then you probably did.
Maybe I put it in strength then, because I have a 19 in strength. That's probably what happened.
I
Maybe.
think that sounds right.
Yeah, it's just been so long, I don't remember.
Fair enough.
That's where I would put it if I was to put it somewhere, so.
All right. And morning comes around. I'll say, as I try to drag music upwards so I can use it more effectively. Kevhorn, as you wake up in the morning after your night of interesting sleep, you do see there are spider webs in 3 corners of your room that weren't there when you went to sleep. This is more heroic than I intended. Hold on. But yes, you wake up there, just 3 huge spider webs in 3 corners of your ceiling that you weren't when you went to sleep.
I will. What's the word? Dust them off? Take them off?
Yeah.
Wreck them?
Wreck 'em.
But as I wake up, if I'm gonna lock my door, and I'm gonna summon my echo. Would you like me to roll a d6 or d whatever?
D8.
Ooh. 7.
7. I believe this was one of the new ones. I don't believe it was. It was. God, it's been so long, and I don't have them actually written down. What was the last thing you guys did before? It would be
Giants?
one that it looks like it suffered a great fall. Bones are broken. Some of the ribs kind of jutting out the back.
At first, I'm gonna try talk to it. Does it respond?
What do you say?
How'd you die?
It kind of goes. Doesn't say anything, but it does a hand gesture of just hits its palms together.
It says Siegfried pushed me.
Siegfried offers to give me a ride, then dropped me off at a gorge. Are you not able to use your voice?
Shakes its head no.
Kefren knows he can see echoes of this echo's memory. Is he able to try see what happened to this one forcefully?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Echo Knights don't have spells, so they don't have a modifier that they go off of, right? Give me a wisdom check.
That is an 18.
An 18. As you are trying to connect with this Echo's mind, you get a sudden flash of white as you yourself are falling, face looking at the ground from a large height. You see snow and rock below you as you fall swiftly and crash into them, and instantly goes to black. And you come back looking at this being in front of you.
When I look down to see where the mammoth was, does that...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's going to try and dig a little deep. Try see if it can see more than just the action or the death happening.
Anything specific?
He just wants to see if he's capable of seeing more than just their deaths happen. He wants to see if they can see a little bit before, maybe even some of their lives. Some part of their life.
Yeah, give me another wisdom check.
Ooh, 19.
19. You see very brief very brief flashes of you looking down at this owlbear cub as it comes uncurled and looks up at you and hoots. You see you and Siegfried and Benjamin and Kelborn in the sleeping quarters you were in at the Stone Giants Enclave. You see a lot of different moments that you have experienced yourself up until the point of this person being thrown off of the Jarl Moot, where you fought the Frost Giant Jarl. It seems he lived essentially the same life that you did up until that point. Even to the point where you see him summoning echoes of these other versions of you.
Okay. So I either become an echo myself, or I make it farther than the rest of it. I was hoping one of you, well, I haven't tried to see into the others. I was hoping one of you would have the answer to why we're like this. Maybe I can try to figure out which one of you was the first. If that even is a thing.
You see the echo kind of shift and morph, which you haven't seen before, but it shifts and morphs to one of the ones you've seen before. Pieces of webbing in between armor pieces, and like drained of life. It looks like a little bit. Again, it's an echo, so it's hard to tell, but it looks paler than the others.
Why did you just do that?
He kind of grabs some of the web from in between his armor and holds it up.
Loath.
Shakes his head. Yes, it's like not in a way of you should necessarily do it, but nods in like a solemn like confirmation.
Did we do something that she didn't like?
He kind of shrugs, unknowing.
I'm curious. Can I do another wisdom to see what happened to this one?
Yeah.
8.
8. You don't see this one's death, but you know this one started showing up after you encountered the daughter of Loth. So you could probably draw
So
some kind of line between that and this one's
is
death.
at this exact moment, is there multiple of me doing this exact same thing, or is it just me at the moment? Okay. Well, no matter what, I'm not going to the Underdark. That's a little too far. Even if I wanted. He'll stand up, dismiss the echo, and message the boys where they're staying at to meet up with them. And I'm assuming they do, and he'll just meet up with them there.
Just ignore him. Just at the table, Kelborn's like,
Leave him on red.
I'm just like, guys, are you awake yet? Hello.
But yeah, you do get a meeting place, head out the door to go meet them. And as you open your door, you see like you got the, because your house is kind of close to the shoreline and the docks. You have the steps going down to essentially meet with the docks where your parents would go off to go to their fish market or to go fishing. And you see the water is right up to like the boards of the dock. Like it's flush with the boards of the dock. Very high tide today.
Sure, I'll dance with her. I'll look around to see if there's anyone around up at this time. First off, did I see my parents?
Yeah,
Going
you
down?
saw your parents. They were there.
I'll tell them
breakfast
where I'm
with
gonna go to. Like, good morning. I'm gonna go somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, they.
But
Well, it's good to see you. Come back alive.
I will. How deep? If I took a step, is it on the stairs? The water?
It's not on your stairs. Your stairs are higher up in the dock.
Okay.
So you walk down to it, and then the water's just like flush with it. Like if you were to step on the dock, your boots would be touching the water, but not enough to like actually get you, like to soak you, because the bottom of your boots are a little more hardier than the tops of them.
Can I? I'll put an echo up, and I will lodge. I'll go down to the last step before I touch the water. I'll lodge my trident into the stairs. Do you need me to do a strength?
Nope.
Check.
Your stairs are kind of old, and you're strong. And your trident's strong, so yeah, you crack. You
Okay.
stab it into your stairs.
And I'll put both of my feet into the water to see if anything happens.
And you watch as people around you are going about their days, carrying things, doing errands. You stab your trident into your stairs and take two hesitant steps down onto the floorboards. You see the water kind of displace as your boots touch the little bit that's starting to crease over the boards, and you're standing on the dock. What's your passive perception?
It is a 14.
You do feel as if something's moving under you. Not like physically you don't feel it, but like in your soul you feel something, like almost something swimming underneath you right now.
Before he takes another step, he's gonna start. I mean, he's heard Sieg start many prayers. So he's gonna start one of his own to Valkyr. And as he's doing that, he's going to unlodge his trident and lodge it to the next step where he just was, and take 2 more steps.
Give me a religion check.
Also, I did have an echo up. Do you want me to roll another d8?
Oh, no. We'll just say it's the same spider one.
Alright, what is... Oh, how am I looking? I'm dumb. Oh no. It's a 4.
You don't feel anything concrete. If the praying itself gives you any kind of confidence, that's up to you. But you would hear a voice at this point, very faint, as if it's coming from the deeps.
I don't want the deep. I want something on a ship.
You just hear, "Tell Benjamin I didn't take you." It disappears. And you feel that presence of the swimming disappear as well.
At this point, he's like during the act of, he is sweating. His grip on his trident very, very firm, secure. And as he hears that voice, he locks up. Like, hearing that she willingly didn't take him. Now he knows he cannot step foot into a millimeter of seawater. And he will quickly go up the steps and meet his friends, telling him of his encounters eventually.
Yeah, the rest of you, I know Benjamin stayed somewhere else. I assume he would come back to the tavern as well.
Yeah.
But you're all getting breakfast, and Cavhorn walks in, probably pale as a ghost.
How is your family?
Oh, yeah, they were great.
Good.
It was nice seeing them, but they weren't the only ones I saw.
What does that mean?
You...
Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's terrible. Did you walk in and they were... Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. No. You... What did you... Can you remind me what you did with that staff? That spider staff? Wolf?
We traded it to the hag to get the axe enchantment and the portable as part of the deal.
Well, she is now has her sights on me and wants me to visit her in the Underdark.
How do you feel about that?
It's nowhere near our goals, and if I did want to, it's nowhere near our goals, and I don't really want to.
Okay, good to know. We will.
Kind of don't want that like slit with whole. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it wasn't a great thing.
And are they predominantly like man haters?
I think so.
Yeah, Faerun. Can you take your clothes off? You can keep your small clothes on, but just for a moment.
What?
What are small clothes?
What? Why are we doing this in the tavern common?
We can go into the bathroom if that seems more fitting.
If you want to compare tridents, we can.
We don't.
Possibly.
What's the situation?
Baka, can I just look very closely at Kevhorn and see what makes him so goddamn special?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
I will.
He's
also...
standing there, armor shimmering. There's apparently a wind blowing his hair. Is that vanilla you smell?
It's a solid 13.
Solid 13. I mean, he looks like the same old Kevhorn you've been traveling with.
Yep, no,
he's
you're
not bad looking.
You're gonna have to take your clothes off.
Can I do a quick detect magic? With hearing all of this, that there's not any new like magic or curse that has been laid upon Kevhorn.
10 minutes or instant?
Instant, because I have an evocation that I can cast it at with.
There you go. Yeah, you don't see anything new.
Okay. Haven't we
I'm sorry.
talked about this? I don't know if this has happened in character, or if all of us are aware of Kevhorn just being like touched in some way by fate, that all the gods want him.
Where did fate touch you, Kevhorn?
Well, you see, we were all holding hands in this portal wormhole.
It's very strange.
Where were we?
Maybe we should meet your parents and their estranged lover.
Oh, that I did talk to myself, and he'll message in the spores like echo. But
But naturally does that in Kelborn's head.
And how did that turn out?
They can respond, just not verbally. Through hand gestures, miming, anti-miming. They can understand me. Which makes sense, since I've been controlling them somewhat with my mind.
Can they understand us?
Not here.
Oh wait, I'm curious.
In Kevhorn's eyes, not here.
No, I'm curious. As the player, I'm curious now. Later on, he's gonna try to find out if there's an echo that resembles like it died through one of his own party members.
It's like a Kelborn size blade through like the chest of one.
Oops, that was inflict wounds, not cure wounds.
Whoops. But what are we doing?
Like, I know it's kind of weird, but I don't, like, trying to figure out what's so special about you. Not that you're not a great guy and all. Is there anything strange about your parents? Are they, like, I don't know, like, crazy wizards or?
You know, now that you say it, they never really let me have sweets as a child.
Is that
even
it?
Even as a reward, I never got anything. Maybe. That's it.
Do you have 2 little goldfish in a bowl in your room?
No.
Okay. Checks that
Apparently
out.
there's spiders there. There were spiders. She was watching.
Okay.
Well, maybe we could ask. The Hall of Justice is here in Neverwinter. What if we held a seance with Tyr?
Guys, can I kindly ask? This is out of character, not part of the game. I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Should we take a break or?
No, it's fine.
Ready.
We'll take a break a little bit.
Now what? Kev Horn's not listening. I think he just went to the bathroom. There's something about him. I mean, like, do you think he's adopted or something? I feel like we should go see his parents.
I don't think that's necessary.
Are you sure? I mean,
Is it going to change anything?
Maybe.
In what way?
I don't know. He seems pretty torn about which god he should be following. Maybe if we had more information, it might fill a void in his tummy.
I don't think, from what I understand of Kevhorn, his indecision of which god to follow comes from the god's interest in him. Because the gods he has talked about wanting to follow are not the ones trying to actively recruit him.
Now, which gods are the one he wants to follow?
He's mentioned the spirits. I don't know if he's mentioned in character to us about Valcour. Although I think he talked about him after Miriander tried to kidnap him the first time.
There was one really cool griffin in Icewind Dale when we were up there that was named after Valkyr. So
he's also talked about potentially Ilmater, it feels like, I think. I was part of that conversation. If not, he's had that conversation with Siegfried.
And we all know Siegfried's just, you know,
horrible gossip.
awful. Can't tell him anything.
I'm right here.
Oh,
Which, speaking of Benjamin, the low clerics at the Hall of Justice seem to be concerned about what I could become, whether it's dangerous for myself or dangerous for you. And by you, I mean everyone.
yeah. Don't be silly.
Okay.
You could never hurt us, Siegfried.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Benjamin.
I
mean,
go ahead.
these creatures, these monsters that my mother has created, what if I'm just one of them?
No, you're not a monster.
Who knows what she's capable of doing?
Flies and wings over his feet.
You're always looking out for the best of everyone, so That's just not you.
You also said that your mother sent you here to deal with an issue that had come through. I don't know if it was a monster necessarily, but you were created to take care of something, not to destroy something.
That is true, but why would the clerics of Tyr be concerned about my transformation?
Oh, they're always worried about things that they don't understand, you know?
That is my thought as well.
Well, what are we to do in the meantime while we wait for audience?
What is our gold situation? Because I gave you all of my money to go buy bags of holy.
Currently, I have most of my gold invested in squirrel nuts.
I'm incredibly disappointed to hear that.
I have 9 gold and 45 silver.
You only have 9 gold left?
Yeah, that's right.
I have no gold. It all went to this circlet here.
Did not think we had spent all of
Yeah,
our
I'm
money.
pretty sure we spent all of our money. Perhaps Kevhorn has more.
Maybe I could help around the hall and earn some money.
Don't worry, we don't have to pay for the food. I pull out the rat droppings and I start sprinkling them on our food. Oh no! Oh my god!
I also looked at Kevhorn's character sheet. He has all the money. I can hear it
does.
jangling in the bathroom.
I don't know that Kev.
Hello?
Perfect.
What do you mean? Sorry about that. I needed
You're
to go.
fine.
I was trying to hold it.
Oh, we can't pay for
it's
this.
what
happens when you're
There's
hydrated.
rat poo
Yeah, don't eat that,
in our
Kevin.
food.
Kevhorn, how much money do you have?
Why do you
200 something.
It's in the bag of holding.
Great.
Why? What are you buying?
We need to get clothes so that all of us look respectable, because we are going to have a meeting with the Lord Protector of the city in a few days.
Are my robes not
All of us?
respectable?
We need to perhaps just a new set of robes that are less travel stained.
I just got these yesterday.
Okay.
He did get new robes.
Oh, you did get new robes. I forgot that.
I do have an extra set.
I love how in my head Kevin actually had to go to the bathroom, left his items on the table, and you look through his bag holding for his gold pouch.
Well, Grizz said he only had 9 gold left. And I'm like, there was money left over. Bought the bags of holding. I knew we didn't spend all of it on bags of holding.
Yeah, I just don't spend a lot of money.
It's fine. It's okay.
But yeah, I'll buy us some hoity-toity fancy robes.
I mean, I have now 2 different sets of clothing that would be acceptable in court, so I'm okay. I know this was something that Kelborn was nervous about when we were at the Cloud Court, so that we can take care of this now, so that we're not trying to retrofit clothing in the antechamber of the Lord Protector's audience hall.
What's wrong with my clothing right now?
I mean, I can get more ceremonial garb, but as a man of the cloth, I cannot wear commoner clothing.
I think that is perfectly acceptable for a man in your position. And then I look over at both Kelborn and Kevhorn of like, whatever they're wearing.
Like, they have their armor on, which isn't the worst. Like, it's a little banged up and stuff, but like Kevhorn religiously uses his stone of cleansing, I assume. So it's not gross, but it's just got some dings in it.
Not fancy though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get us nice looking clothes. Clean clothes is one thing. We're talking to the Lord Protector of the city. We can't just be schmucks inside of there.
Fine. Where do you want to go? Macy's?
I'll say, just to expedite it, base cost for fine clothes is 15 gold.
Oh, I'm shy. Can I haggle down the price to 9 gold?
I can cover for you. It's fine.
Let me try and haggle first, right?
Okay.
Have you ever seen a pixie? It's a
No,
once in
I
a
haven't.
lifetime experience.
Oh, well, if I see a pixie, I'll let you buy for 14 gold.
9 gold and you have a deal.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh my god, I rolled a nat 1, but do I have advantage on this? Let's see. Persuasion. Nope, deception is what I have advantage on. That's a 9 total?
I'll tell you what, 13 gold and I get to see your pixie.
Oh, that sounds sexual. Kevin, can I borrow 3 gold? Wait, you said 13 gold? Sorry, 4 gold.
Kevhorn will give you 20 gold. Please don't give these two cute little critters that you see.
No promises.
You see the shopkeep has a monkey holding his hand out.
Oh,
No!
such a cute little monkey!
No!
I do give it a silver.
Pockets it and does a little dance. It flosses.
It dances, Kevhorn. That's so cute. Yeah, I'll buy some fancy schmancy
Okay.
clothes that look nice and fancy.
Yeah, and they can look however you would like them to look.
But he doesn't get to see my pixie. No, I'm just kidding. I show him Finks.
She's drunk.
Gosh darn it, Finks.
My 50 days or whatever I have her up.
Just do something, like a little splash of magic or something.
Let's throw some pixie dust. That's all I got.
Are they back in?
I would.
Kevin, are you just paying full price for yours?
I'm good. I'll try haggle, I guess.
All right. Your roll persuasion.
Oh, I have a +2. It's a nat 1.
Oh my gosh, we both got that one.
15 gold for you, sir.
What if I show you my pixie again?
Okay. Minus 15 gold for me.
I will also fill Kevhorn in on the details that Nereandra also wishes to speak with the Lord Protector.
Oh, as you're telling me that, I almost forgot. I dipped my toes into the water.
That's dumb.
Hey, we do a lot of dumb things here.
You seem to do a lot of dumb things.
Hey man, I can't help it when I have 10 intelligence.
That's average. That's an average intelligence.
Oh Lord. And she did say, tell Benjamin that I didn't take you.
How kind of her.
Well,
Maybe she's learning that she can wait a little bit to get what she wants.
All right, you have your fancy clothes. What's the plan for the day?
Hall of Justice? I don't have necessarily anything else planned in the city.
Can I fit like my sword and armor into the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do that. Are we
I'm
gonna
down
get
for
attacked
Hall
in
of
the
Justice.
streets? Pull it out. Put it on. No, I'm just kidding. I'll put that in there. In the bag.
I will say Benjamin doesn't have word on. Or you said your clothes were going in the bag, not your armor. Kelborn.
Oh no. I'm wearing the fancy clothes and my armor is in the bag of holding.
Okay,
In my sword.
I was just gonna say Benjamin doesn't have word on what day or time he's speaking with people yet.
Yeah,
so
it's not
you don't
today.
necessarily have to have your clothes on yet,
Okay, I'm already
unless you
in
want
it,
to feel
though.
fancy.
I do want to feel fancy.
All right. We do have time though. We're working on getting the meeting.
You don't get to be in Neverwinter every day, you know? So,
No, we were chosen by destiny to fight the giants. We're not allowed to just sit in Neverwinter anymore.
All right, you head over to the Hall of Justice. You see it's busier today. More people milling around, worshiping.
Siegfried will walk inside. Actually, before he does, I'll turn to Benjamin. Benjamin, I know you offered this at one time, but would you be willing to help with a possible seance of Tyr?
Yes. Any way that I can assist with that. I don't know how I can best assist, but I'll certainly try.
you keep using that word seance. Isn't that usually for like demons and things?
I believe it's just a call of spirits, not necessarily demons.
Well, isn't like Tyr like a god? Okay. I don't know how this
What-
all works, to be honest with you.
what
So
is
I was just
Tyr god of?
curious.
What else would you like me to call it then?
I
A
don't.
summoning?
Are we bringing him here?
Possibly.
Shite.
He
Okay,
could.
seance works. I guess.
He could speak through the priest. He could appear in front of us. Kefforn, Tyr is the god, or the god of justice.
Mm.
Part of the triad of Ilmater, Torm, and Tyr.
What's Tor the god of?
I
War.
don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, like duty, loyalty,
duty,
justice,
yeah.
righteousness.
Mm.
Does not sound interesting to Kevlar.
No, I mean, I want a god to explain what the fuck this is. He pops up that.
No, thank you.
Okay, so once we
Well-
go to the Hall of Justice, what's the plan?
Well, I'll request that we speak to the high priest. I would like you, my friends, to be there in case anything does happen. I know we would like to believe nothing will, but I don't know why they would lead me down that path if, you know, there wasn't a possibility of me turning awry. And then I try to seek for some answers. I would, of course, talk to Ilmater, but the nearest church, I believe, is Baldur's Gate.
All right, we will follow your lead then.
All right, and Siegfried will walk inside.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here. It's large worship space. Different people going about their different ways of worshiping.
Are there any other clerics nearby, or?
Yeah, there's a few. There's like two of them up front that seem to be more of there in case people need to talk to somebody.
Then he'll approach and kind of bow before.
They bow to you.
Good morning. I was hoping to have a moment with the High Priest.
Oh, and what do you inquire of the High Priest, may I ask?
He'll kind of just gesture to himself for a second. I'm trying to seek answers and hoping to possibly directly speak to Tyr himself.
Oh, high request. Well, I will see if he is available for you, if you just wait here a moment. One of them will depart to go speak with the High Priest. A few moments later we'll return as, oh yes, if you follow me this way, he'll meet with you in his chambers.
All right, he'll follow then.
Yeah, and bring all of you back to a larger room in the back halls. Open the door, let you in, and close it behind you. You see a priest in there wearing very stately robes. Kind of stands up from his desk, comes around to the front of it, and offers you all seats. Who is it? He has the same voice, so I like it. Who is it that I am speaking with today? I hear you need to speak with Tyr himself. Very high request.
Yes, good morning, Father. My name is Siegfried. I hail from Baldur's Gate in the house of, or the Church of Ilmater. I, as you can see, am undergoing some changes which are unnatural. And when I visited last night, a few of the clerics seemed concerned for me undergoing this transformation. So I was hoping for some insight through you and or through Tyr himself.
You say they're unnatural. They're not. Who inflicted this upon you?
Well, I was told that I may be celestial born in Aasimar.
Well, if that's the case, then I don't see as that being unnatural for you. But it is obviously normal to be curious as to your divine origins.
Puberty.
Yes. Excuse me.
Well, you see, what's concerning is that I'm not born of this realm. And who I believe to be my mother has been intruding my thoughts and may possibly be here now.
So
but I don't know. I
to-
don't know her intentions.
Well, yes, that is rather alarming then if you don't know why she is reaching out to you now. It might just be now that your divine blood is enacting itself upon you that she's able to, but I guess what do you seek from Tyr then if you say your mother's from another realm?
Well, I'd like to know if me continuing with this transformation will be dangerous to myself or to my allies here. I'd like to know if it is dangerous, can he awaken this within me safely? And a few questions for him personally.
Well, I can see if he is willing to speak through me. Yes, we can start preparations for speaking with him. If you just give me a moment.
Sorry. I just feel like he actually coughed in that moment. So.
He did cough.
Do you need healing?
No, I just feel
It's
a
the
little
incense, I
abnormal,
get it.
but nothing to
Yeah.
worry about. As he begins gathering some things from his desk, kind of pushes some of the furniture back to give more space.
As he's preparing this and we're kind of waiting or assisting in whatever minor way we can, I'm going to, through the spores, speak to Siegfried and say, if Tyr does not have the answers, do we wish to try to contact your mother?
That has occurred to me. That'll be plan B.
Okay.
For some reason, I feel like seance makes a lot more sense for your mother. That might have been a private communication. I just let that slip. Okay.
All right. Well, I can do my best to attempt to connect with Tyr. Is there any way all of you would like to help with this?
I don't. This is tough for Benjamin because he's not a religious person, so to speak. But I think like Benjamin would be trying to help, and it is more in the sense of the like will of personality. Like he is a charisma based person, so it is the force of like, you need to pay attention to us. We have something we need to speak to you, and we will not be ignored.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's what I was hoping for. Come on. Yeah, that is a 27.
27. All right. I'll add a +5 to the priest roll for this. Anybody else?
Can Siegfried help with the invocation using celestial speech?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
That is 23.
23. That's an additional +5, baby.
Very nice, very nice.
Anybody?
Okay, fuck it, I guess. Anytime gods are involved, Kefhorn will kind of shrink himself down and hide. But since this is for Sieg, he'll basically throw himself out there in the open, trying to see if he can catch the god's attention, since gods like him.
Give me a persuasion.
That's a 6.
All right. Sounds good. Anything from Calborn?
Only thing I can think of is so stupid.
Pixie dust.
Something I don't condone.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to add anything if you don't want to.
Can I go walk around the outside of the building, see if I see any weeds sprouting? AKA just weed.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Okay, that's a 6. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty well capped out here.
I just grabbed some grass anyways. I'll burn this in there. Yeah.
Oh, that won't be necessary, but thank you. Going in the right place. All right, this calling goes underway. The priest already had a +5, so plus 15 to this. The higher, the better. I will say, Kelborn's addition to this thing may change some things, so we'll see what happens.
Wait, if that's the case, is Neverwinter technically a field? Because I could have advantage or some shit. I don't know.
Nope, it is a city.
That was built on a field, right?
Yeah.
Plain.
Let's see. Do I have music for this? Because he rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Fuck.
Wow, we did just summon tier. Holy.
That's a 35.
Holy shit. Okay.
Whiskey's here in full glory.
Hey, I kind of had that idea if he rolled high enough.
It's a meet and greet.
Here we are. I don't want to pick like super high energy music, but not that. Yeah, as incense begin to burn, and both Siegfried and the father begin to make their holy chants to call to Tyr, the room begins to fill with more and more of this incense smoke, and you're breathing in this different sense, and your vision begins to blur and shift as you find yourself standing in the middle of a large, almost like the Yarmut, but not as frozen. It almost seems like you're in some other plane, standing on stones that have been brought together to make this floating disc, essentially. And you feel the presence of divine energy around you as you see three large figures. You see this large man, muscular, with white hair, long white hair, long white beard, carrying a long greatsword, kind of some, not like full armor, but like chest piece and pauldrons, and a like leather straps that make up this skirt. You do see as well another man, more heavily armored, gray hair that's kind of more spiky but longer, is standing with his sword in his hilt as well. And it's more of a darker figure on the other side. You can see that he is in stocks, but you don't fully see his face. He's kind of like leaning over, hands and head in stocks, and feet bound in manacles. All these figures aren't like fully visual to you, but you do see the majority shape of them. And I'll say you also feel a presence behind you, almost encircling you. This large, muscular body kind of moving behind you. And you are in the presence of 4 gods. But Kevhorn, you feel the presence of many others trying to reach this space.
Nice.
These gods you stand in the presence of these gods, I should say. You feel the presence behind you constricting and coiling. and Siegfried, you feel as two large golden serpents kind of wrap around your shoulders and come into your vision as well, kind of hissing, but not being aggressive.
Siegfried will immediately drop to the floor, kneeling and bowing before them.
Oh, wait, do we also see it, right? All this?
Yep,
or...
you're all here.
Okay.
The priest isn't here, but the four of you are here.
Yeah, I will follow suit. Siegfried knows what he's doing in these situations.
Benjamin, perhaps out of instinct of a different goddess circling around him, is instantly on edge and perhaps foolishly immediately turns his back on the three and watches our back for the fourth god.
As you turn, you see this enormous muscular serpentine body behind you, green and black scales, and as you look up, you see the form of there's a feminine form standing above you, looming above you, face shrouded by this large headpiece, kind of going almost over to your nose. You're looking up at her, so you can kind of see up into that space, but it is dark up there. As she is kind of in a stance of, like more of a defending stance, rather than, and as you had turned away from the others, I guess the one in front of you, the man with the long white hair, and the other masculine form with the longer, spikier hair, seem to be in more aggressive stances as you appeared in this space.
Calforn would also be looking around.
Yeah, you are looking around as being more in tune that there are other deities here in your presence. You see the swirling of the space that you're in, this blue, purples and blacks and specks of starlight scattered about. You do see like forms swirling, almost like spirits swirling around you in this space. But you hear the man standing, let's say directly in front of all of you, the longer white hair and beard. What is she doing here? It's longer, spiky haired forms. She does not belong in this realm. Who has brought her here?
Siegfried will stand. Oh, Holy Triad. Thank you for hearing my plea. I'm here today because of, well, myself and her as well. There are many things that I don't know. I was told that I was a celestial born from her.
Their attention shifts to you. So you've brought this new deity into our pantheon.
I'm not sure that I brought her necessarily. I don't know why she is here, but she sent me here.
You see as this serpentine form kind of coils her tail around in front of all of you and kind of almost closes you, but it's not like she's constricting. She just kind of wraps it in front of all of you, almost acting like a barrier. As you hear her speak now, as my child did not bring me here. Somebody else in your realm has sensed my presence and has started trying to call me forth.
Wait, could this have to do with the sundering?
We seek some answers that may hold the fate of our world on the line. The first being is me becoming a full Aasimar, dangerous to myself or those around me.
Give me a persuasion.
$11.
You see Tyr and Torm kind of are reluctant. Says, we do not know of her intentions as to why you are here, but you do see coming from the stalks, I brought him here. He is of no threat to this world. Seek your potential, child. Do not let fear get in your way.
And you said it was who that was saying that?
Ilmater would have been saying that.
Can you awaken this potential within me?
You must find that yourself. I found the divine blood of your mother floating through this space. She sent it out to the many realms, and I am what gave you form.
So
but it is you who must awaken your potential.
Is it you who brought her here?
I did not. I had no idea she would be in tow of your bringing about. You're the deity above you as well. That's your mother. No. There are beings on your planet that have been starting to worship me.
How would they have heard of you in the first place had you not been from here?
They somehow caught wind of my presence from your calling to me. But they do not know who they worship. And their tampering has allowed my children to come to your world. And they do not bear good tidings.
And what of these children? Are you evil?
I have no alignment to either side. But I do not seek the destruction of your world as they do. I had no plans of ever coming to your realm. Just to cleanse the disease that had been spread by my children.
Could you clarify on that just a little bit? What disease would that be?
You see as she starts to lean down to you, you can almost feel the amber gaze of her eyes through the shadows that her headpiece creates over her face. A disease of my making that was never meant to reach the mortal world. But it has wrought death and suffering upon many realms, including my own. But we found a cure. And it is in my blood. The blood that was used to create your friend here. She turns her gaze to Siegfried.
And what of your name?
I fear to speak my name only for bringing more strength to those who worship me in your world.
So they are doing it of ill to harm us.
To bring power to their station, yes.
One more question.
Raises her body
Oh,
back up.
holy triad. If you'll allow me one more question.
I'll look at you.
Did any of you ever try to claim my ally and friend, Kefhorn?
Kevhorn holds much potential that the deities do wish to possess. But we do not seek Kevhorn out of ill will.
Do you
He
know?
wishes... We're good.
Do you know why I am the way that I am?
We do not hold the knowledge of how you're able to tap into your different potentials. But Kevhorn, as you ask this, you do see the swirling begin to pick up more from outside of this space. And you see as like forms begin to start taking shape and moving towards the space that you are all standing on.
Taking note. Oh well. I'm keeping my guard. I'm keeping my eye on it.
Siegfried will turn to his mother. Who was I sent to protect?
You were sent to protect those suffering from this disease, to cure that which cannot be cured.
I'm gonna stand up and face her. Say, okay, I'm going to need just a little bit. My mother has been suffering with an unknown disease for quite some time. And I just want full understanding of the disease in which I speak, so I can know if she can be cured.
You see her full attention turns to you, and she begins slowly lowering her body down so her face gets closer to you. But as she's doing so, the two serpents that were around Siegfried move over to you. One getting right up and like starting to coil around the back of your neck, tongue flicking out, and the other one lower on your legs, also flicking its bifurcated tongue out. And as she gets her face right down to you, you see that the gift that Kyle's put in the chat, it's the one of the Sphinx from Dragon Dogma, for those of you watching. See,
That's what I've been picturing the whole time.
You smell of it. Your mother carries this disease.
Give me your blood.
You have it. She gestures over to Siegfried.
How do I cure it?
Go to her. Channel me through you, and I will guide you.
Siegfried will look back to Ilmater. But and he just kind of freezes with his upbringing of, you know, only ever focusing on Ilmater and trusting Ilmater.
Accepting her help for your purpose does not mean you're turning your back on me. My teachings have allowed you to help the many. She will allow you to find this one purpose.
And I will use this purpose to relinquish the suffering of. And Siegfried will bow back down on hands and knees.
You bow down, and your mother begins to lift herself back up to be in a more addressing stance to the triad. You may fix this matter, but my children that have entered your realm are the ones who released this disease in the first place. It's a form of revenge for their punishment they received from me. They must be eradicated from your world as well.
Siegfried will stand back up. I will eradicate them and all the evils of this world.
From what I could tell before I closed the portal that they went through, I smelled humidity and rot.
That'd be like a bog of some sort or a swamp.
Swamp, yes.
These ones that you punished, did they tend to take on reptilian forms?
Yes.
Okay. Think we know the guy.
How can we protect Kevhorn?
You see as Tyr looks up, as again more forms are beginning to take shape. You start to see one with a long fish-like tail, other large hands beginning to take shape in the space. Not bringing him to the astral realm would be a good start.
I can't mouth off to a god. That I was thinking. I'm gonna get smote if I mouth off to these gods.
Kevhorn's just looking outwards at the swirls. Shield at the ready.
Yeah. Benjamin has also shifted his focus. After Siegfried's mother wasn't a threat, then also shifted his focus to the other demon in the distance.
What can you tell us of King Hireg and his intentions?
We do not know what his plans are. We do know he is in works with the giant pantheon, but not with their Allfather.
This is perhaps a simple question for you. Near to where we reside in the material plane, are there any crossings to the Shadowfell?
There is one. Deep in the depths of the Underdark.
That's a good choice there, DM. That's a good plot hook there.
Oh, look at that.
Real good. It was real good.
Oh no, we don't have a reason still.
Okay.
It's like I planned it.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I wish not to take up any more of your time. O Holy Triad, the one who endures loyalty and justice, I will eradicate the evils of this world and spread your holy names.
They all nod their head in acceptance of your statement, your promise. Benjamin, did you have something to say?
Yes, as Siegfried is saying that and getting the vibe that we are wrapping up this moment, Benjamin, not expecting to be in the astral plane and this close to many other gods and goddesses, prays in giant to Diane Castra and says, "Wouldn't it be a lovely trick to steal my breath back?"
Give me a religion check.
That's not great. I got a 3 on the dice, and I don't think I had anything to religion. Yeah, it's just a 3. I don't think he's expecting anything back. He's just like seeing the moment and putting that out to her.
As you do put this out to her, you do see this form that was starting to take this shape of fishtail. 2 black eyes appear in the space, and a grin of sharp white teeth begins to spread, and all of you begin to shunt backwards into dark smokes, and you appear back here in the Hall of Justice. I started playing another song over the top. Stop.
I imagine Siegfried is still on the floor.
Yeah, you're kneeling, and you do see as you come out of this, the father's eyes were like rolled back into his head. As they come back forward, he kind of slumps for a moment and then falls to the ground, passing out.
Siegfried will immediately get up and tend to him if his quarters are nearby or anything for
you go to move
him to lay into. And
there is a force wrapped around your legs, not letting you move.
Siegfried will look back.
Yeah, Kelborn's just like got his arms around your legs. It's like sobbing, holding on to you.
Kelborn, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. We're not doing anything dangerous until we get to my maw. Your blood is staying in your body. Do you understand me?
There's a plan to attack south still. Calborn.
Plan to what?
Hill giant.
Fire giants.
Fire giant. Wait, no, the hell giant. Where the hell giants trying to? Am I dumb?
They're going south to Neverwinter or Waterdeep. Sorry. But even further south is both the fire giants and his mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, don't we still need to stop the hill giants?
Waterdeep can handle that on their own, right?
Hey, your mother will be tended to as soon as we possibly can. But the fate of the entire world is in our hands right now. I should also get to the High Priest.
As you two are talking, Kevhorn would walk over to the high priest and check him out if he needs Kevhorn's healing.
Yeah, you kind of help him up, and you can do medicine check.
He needs the touch.
That is a 14.
Yeah, like even as you go to help him, he's already regaining consciousness. His eyes kind of flutter open. Oh, I'm sorry, I've never had that strong of an experience. Just a little fatigued. Just kind of sweating from like having chills. Doesn't seem injured or like sick in any way, just very exhausted.
Were you conscious for that?
No, I didn't partake in anything that happened with all of you. I hope you were able to get your answers that you needed.
Some. Wish you could have seen it. It was a meaning of the gods.
Oh, it sounds very, oh, sorry, I'm a little lightheaded.
I'll lead him to a chair.
Yeah.
A pew?
No, you're in his office, so there's chairs.
Oh, okay.
He kind of pulls his desk chair out from the corner that he pushed it into. Have him sitting there.
Imagine Siegfried's kind of there, consoling Hellborn.
Well, now that you've got at least some kind of counsel from the gods, is there anything else we can help you with here?
Siegfried will kind of look down at his hand because of the eye that usually appears on his hand.
It's fully open right now.
I believe we've gotten everything, well, actually, and he'll look over at Benjamin, kind of like, you know, Spores, do we want to notify the High Priest of the Hill Giants? It's possible he could even get us into Lord Neverember.
I think it would be safe to inform him. He seems calm.
Then Siegfried will turn back to the High Priest. We wish to inform you not to scare you or anyone, but the Hill Giants have been camping out in the outskirts of Neverwinter and plan on taking siege to Waterdeep.
Oh, this is... How did you get this news? We've been told that they are coming here.
Well, we snuck into their camp and sought information there. It appears some of them are not on the side of King Hireg. Do you think you could help us seek counsel with Lord Neverember?
You can try to get some word in to him. I know he's often wrapped up, but this seems rather important. I'll see what I can do.
This may be a pivotal point in our war against the giants.
All right, yes. I will send word over.
Thank you very much for everything.
Of course.
And we'll head on out.
All right. Where is it you all are going or doing or want to talk about?
I am going to be on the lookout for anything that may harm Siegfried for here on out.
All right.
I will
Do
be opening
perception.
all doors for him. I will be flattening any
Siegfried.
rugs with little bulges in them.
Yeah, trip a little bit. I want to see if Siegfried noticed that Kelborn is doing this.
20 total.
All right. Siegfried can also do perception.
Ten.
10.
Sorry, 11.
Like once in a while, it's like, oh, that's a nice gesture. Thank you.
And he's being real nice.
Yeah, Kelborn, you are like any kind of shady character that might be walking too close to him, you get right in front of, and you don't see anything like super obvious, but you're on high alert. So you do like get some things that just seem a little sus that probably aren't.
Like what?
Nothing important.
That guy that gave Siegfried a side eye, I grabbed him,
Yeah,
I
you
throw him in
side-eyed
an
him.
alley. Like, what do you want with him?
Siegfried does get quite a few side eyes just because he is very divine looking currently.
He's like when you're trying to grow out a beard and it goes through that awkward phase, you know?
That's just
That's
my
where he's at
beard
right
at
now.
all times.
Same.
As we're walking to wherever our next destination is, because I feel like we need to have a general conversation about what we just learned. I'll walk up next to Kevhorn and just ask, did you see her in the distance?
There was a lot of feminine figures, but are you talking about your lady?
Yes.
I saw her sickly grin.
That I don't know if was directed to you. But if you need help finding the protection that you need, let me know what I can do for you.
Yeah. Action. You know, I've learned quite a bit from yesterday and today. I used to be scared of dying, but this seems like, yes, I can't die, but at the same time, he'll pop up an echo. I don't.
That may be why the gods are interested in you. It's a very unique position to be.
I may not be immortal, but at the same time, I kind of am. It's just a different version of me is alive.
That feels very important for a deity that we know, for any deity, can die if they were to simply continue on in a different form in a different place.
It kind of brings me comfort knowing that I can't really die, but a different version of me is out there. Dying, but a different version's living, pursuing the same goal. From what I can tell, there's multiple of me. Vast sea of me saying this to you right now.
Let's make sure this version of you succeeds. I would miss you quite a bit.
He'll chuckle and just, I assume I'm sitting down somewhere for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I assumed this was
bench.
yeah. Or
Then
if
I'll-
we were
I'll-
walking.
And I'll just bring you closer with like a side hug, or like a grab you by the shoulder and like hug you that type of way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Benjamin leans into it for a second and gives you a similar hug back.
Not to slam you with more information, but Benjamin,
Mm-hmm.
you hear, as in this moment of embrace, you do hear a voice seep into your head. Familiar voice. We'll see if you catch it, because I'm not going to tell you it is right away. In your head you hear, giants move in 10 day, plans evolving, can't speak often, mother is scrying, cloud giants are in play, fire giants are sorting hierarchy, father moving to I.
Okay.
And you do feel like you can respond within 25 words.
I will reply. Oh fuck.
Barely counting the oh fuck as part of your message.
Our meeting in 2 days. Located a crossing. Who is fire biggest threat? Does father carry the totem? And I think that's where I would end it.
I was muted. So you still got like
I don't know what else.
8
like,
more
I
words or
don't-
something.
I think that covers everything. Like that I both want to ask and to respond to.
Hope you're having a great day.
Yeah, I feel like both of us are having less than a
Respectfully,
great day.
Benjamin.
Yeah, respectfully, Benjamin.
You'll get another response. Fire giant threats. Hopefully you. I'm trying to remember the other thing you said. Father doesn't have totem in Maelstrom. What were the other things you said?
I think that was it. I let
Found
her
a
know. I
crossing.
said we found a crossing.
Okay. Leaving Hill Giants now. Going to I.
Yeah, I think then because Benjamin assumed that. Well, I mean, because Benjamin assumed because Adam forgot that the eye was the base of the storm giants, like the eye of a hurricane. So like, but then hearing that like the totem is in Maelstrom, will respond. Where is the eye? What is the eye? Is Maelstrom heavily guarded?
Another response. Maelstrom still well guarded. Eye of Anam, temple in Spine. Transformation of scions happening there.
I think Benjamin then just responds, we are heading south to disrupt the fire giants. I hope we are quick enough.
All right.
I think also, like, as this was happening, if I'm still sitting next to Kevhorn, like, or in wherever we're at, just goes completely silent and all of the blood drains out of his face, hearing all of the sending. We have even more to talk about.
Do I stay?
No.
No, are you not a touchy-feeling person? I'm sorry.
No. We just have a lot, even more to speak about. And I'll in spores, just as we're still sitting. I got a sending from. Oh, I will find her name.
Dasha.
The hill giants are moving in 10 days. The fire giants are still gathering. And I'll open this up to everyone as well. King Hreg is moving to a temple in the Eye of the World. The storm giant totem is in Maelstrom. Which is, I forgot to ask where Maelstrom was. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be quick enough to do everything.
Sounds like we need to split up, gang. I'm just joking.
Good idea. Me and Siegfried will head southeast. And you two do whatever the other thing that I wasn't paying attention for is.
I think we.
Are there any Fey portals?
I pull up the hand axe.
We can't afford to spend potentially weeks in the.
Okay, so what is the plan?
Somehow stop the Hell Giants, get your mom back up to health, and then go to Maelstrom. Is what we need to do. I don't know.
What was all that about the child in the swamps? Sounds a lot like that dragon we were supposed to befriend.
That's one of the children. Sieg's brother, sister, sibling?
I mean, that's technically on the way.
Or the child has assumed the position of the dragon. That dragon hasn't been heard or seen in a number of years.
Oh.
From what I remember. It would also make sense if there has not been a lot of giant activity to the south and they have been killing the dragons, that it would make more sense now that that dragon is already dead and something else has taken its place, that the giants are not concerned.
I will say it's a bit strange, though, that, I mean, whatever took its place is also a bit of a reptilian. I mean, just coincidence, or, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be... I mean, it's entirely possible that the dragon has always been a child of this other goddess, and we just were not aware of it. Why would anyone be aware of that?
I don't... I don't always think that coincidences make the most sense. So, I'm leaning toward that dragon is the child.
Either way, it sounds like we have lost a potential ally if that is one of the children we need to destroy.
Well, don't forget that I am also her child.
That's right. Why doesn't she want to kill you?
He was created to remove this disease that was caused by the other children. Seems to be a bit of a goddess of duality.
What happens after we do?
Fuck if I know.
Do we... Do we truly believe that this disease was brought about by the children? I mean, how much do we know about... No offense, Siegfried. Your mama goddess.
I don't think she was in a position to lie.
None of us insided. Fuck.
How are you supposed to inside a god?
I don't know.
She may be of this realm, but the Triad is much stronger than she is.
Ilmater also seemed to vouch for her, at least for your mission related to her.
Siegfried gets a little giddy.
Okay, so what are things that we can influence? We have already started to alert people of the Hill Giants' plan. Now we have a timeline of when. So I think, as callous as it may sound, I think the cities will have to sell from the Hill Giant.
Yeah, I think there's a if we get the word out fast enough, there's enough time to build a counteroffensive.
Yes. How would I know, just like from living on the coast and everything like that, how long would it take sail from Neverwinter?
How many days did it take when we did it in Phandelver, Grizz? You remember?
From Neverwinter to where?
Waterdeep. Well, we went the opposite way.
Yeah, everybody knows the traffic going south is a lot worse. No, I'm just kidding. This time of year, I have no idea, my friend. You're asking me knowledge from like 4 years ago.
I'm gonna say 3 day.
Wait, is that flying 3 days? Is that what you're saying?
Sailing.
Sailing 3 days. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think it was like a 10-day or something to go by horse or whatever.
Yeah, we'll say 3 day. And if it's less than before, it's the wind. You know, whatever. We got the wind to go with you going south.
So
Why would we sail though?
Not for us, for the supplies and reinforcements that Neverwinter will send to Waterdeep. So even if our meeting takes a day or two to manifest still, they will have time to gather, send supplies. It will also take the giants, granted quicker, but still a certain amount of time to march south.
Well, what if instead of talking to Lord Neverember, which the High Priest could possibly handle, we instead rush to Waterdeep and inform them, and that way they could potentially launch a counterattack?
I don't know. I don't have any connections in Waterdeep to get that information high enough, quick enough. Here, at least, we can speak to the people that can make it happen quickly. And in Waterdeep, I don't know how long that would take to speak to them and make them believe what we're saying.
Are there any temples in Waterdeep? Triad
I'm
specific?
Sure. Yeah, there's a whole list of them. There's a lot of tier ones. Lathander, Tamora, Mistra, Sylvanas, Tempest, Saloon.
Mistra.
There is one for Ilmater. The charity mission of Ilmater is there.
All my homies hate Mistra.
Hospice of Saint Laupsin.
There are a few temples there, and perhaps they could help us get the word out sooner.
Do you know anyone specific there?
Do I know anyone specific there?
Roll a history.
It's a good thing we're not in combat today.
True, dude. My rolls are like that too. 9.
Yeah, you don't recognize, or don't think of anybody. You spent most of your life in Baldur's Gate, so.
I mean, there has to be somebody who has good authority to make the message believable. I don't even think that us delivering the message would be taken that seriously, potentially.
Well, I think it would be hard for them to not listen when I transform myself.
I am a messenger.
I am a messenger of the
Here.
water.
Here to... Yeah, no, I think that would do the trick. I mean, if we take the griffins down there, perhaps we could get the word out. But we'd probably have the same situation where up here we're waiting to talk to the Lord Protector. Down there, we're gonna have to wait to speak to the Open Lord.
Yes, that is. I worry with. I mean, we can certainly leave messages and information, anyone to pass on to the various lords of the cities, but if we have quite a bit of knowledge that they may ask that we may not think to include in messages or letters left behind. So whatever way we do it, I think it is best if we speak in person to one of these leaders so that we can answer any questions they may have.
I think because we're in Neverwinter, it'd be easier to get an audience here. And then I'm sure that the Lord Protector has methods of sending magical messages fairly quick.
I would be shocked if they don't have wizards who can send to each other instantly.
Right.
Let alone teleportations and all sorts of higher magics. We may be able to, with the pressure also coming from the high priest and clerical ways that my contacts are going about, may speed up our meeting here, but we should use our time here wisely so that we can quickly depart afterward.
How do you propose we use this time wisely then?
I mean, I think we need to track down where this temple may be, this Eye of Anam, or the Eye, or whatever she called it.
I have Nam, yeah.
Perhaps a library.
Yes. I may also try to send a message to Dasha as well to see if she can. I mean, I guess she could give us directions to both if that's the T. But where Maelstrom is, 'cause I feel that information may be tightly guarded. But that is where the totem is.
Well, do we wish to split up in town?
It'd be best if we at least stick in groups of two. I'll go Siegfried.
No, I think it'd be quicker if we all just went our separate ways.
I think if you kept your mouth shut, Kev Horn, things would go a lot quicker.
We can cover the library. See if we can seek some information there.
Okay.
Are we just all gonna go to the library and look in different sections?
I mean, we could do that. Benjamin is going to work on something, but I can go to the library.
I mean, I can help out the other two. You can do your own thing.
Well, one of our groups should go to the library. The other should probably try to speed along getting in contact with the Lord Protector, or at least some higher up.
That's what I was going to work on. I was going to speak with my contacts to see if we can expedite that in any way.
Okay.
Do you think you'll need me for that? I don't think I'm any help in both situations.
I don't think, and I mean, I don't, with no offense, I don't think you'll be helpful in that case, just because it's just talking to people that I know and seeing how this up.
I'll go with you. Let's to the library then.
Are you okay going by yourself, Benjamin?
Yes. I think I'm safe enough in the city. I've worked out of it long enough, and I'm not incapable of defending. If it comes to that.
I will check on you in a little bit then.
Right. The two groups split. Benjamin by himself and the other three to the library. Benjamin, you go to meet with your contacts. And they inform you, we could get you a meeting with the first knight tomorrow. Or if you wanted to speak with Lord Protector, it'd be 3 days from now, and there'd be a lot of stipulations alongside it.
So we can meet with the first knight tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that in the hierarchy?
That'd be like, so the guy you had been meeting with at the beginning of the campaign is just like the town guard captain. This is like the head of all of the militia in Neverwinter. It's like essentially almost the right hand to not the right hand. But it's like the person that would speak directly with the Lord Protector from the side of the militia.
Yeah, he's in the Lord Protector's cabinet, essentially.
Yeah.
Like he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have time. We'll take that meeting. All right. It can't wait 3 days for us to speak to the Lord Protector personally.
All right. Okay, good. Yes, we can get that set up for you. Meet at the gates to the castle. They have a castle here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They'd have a castle or keep.
Yeah, yeah. Keep. We'll call it a keep because it sounds better. At whatever the equivalent to 11 a.m. is in this world.
I think it's 11 a.m.
I think so. I think we use a 12-hour clock here.
I would immediately let the rest of the party know that, we won't be meeting with the Lord Protector because that would take 3 days, and that's too long to get this information to the higher ups, and that we'll have the other meeting tomorrow.
Okay. Is there anything else you do when you're off on your own?
Honestly, depending on how long that takes, I'm going to send Huey invisibly flying to the Hill Giant camp to go into the tent of Princess Dasha.
Okay. I will remind you, she did say she's leaving, so she might not be there by the time Huey gets there.
Yeah, I'm still this is my best option for it, so I'm gonna try to see if I can catch her before it's unlike. Well, we're not that far. They're not that far up.
Okay. Yeah, you send Huey. It'll take him like an hour to get there at most, so he starts flying. The rest of you, you're at the library. What are you looking for, gang? Books?
Mm-mm.
Can we even read? Yeah, we're just looking at books.
We're looking for that eye that Benjamin was talking about.
Eye of a Null.
All right. Give me investigation checks. And if there's any other things you want to look for, let me know. Otherwise, you can just be looking for this.
I wanna see if Kevhorn's still wearing Siegfried's promise ring.
Give me a perception.
Okay.
You took that for the hill giant fight.
Okay.
Yeah, you do have it, don't you?
Okay, I didn't know if there was
You
two
look down at your own
or
hand.
if it was. So that's connected to Siegfried.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
will
Yeah, I
take
have
that
to
off.
I have to activate it.
You take that off. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 20 investigation.
Okay.
Screw it. I mean, I doubt that I'll be helpful here, but I guess I'll. Once I realize, oh, thank God I have the ring, I'll start looking around for books.
Okay.
The nat 20 for a 19. Stupidest thing to roll nat 20 on.
I rolled a naughty 20.
A naughty 20.
Nice rolls, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys find it pretty easily. It's in, like, you go to the section, you get directed to the section of.
Oh, wow. They have a whole section on the Eye of a Nom. So weird.
Well, it's a section for the history of giants. And you find a book that was like an expedition to a temple called the Eye of a Nom, or the Eye of the Allfather. And you do find its location. It's in the spine of the world, just north of the valley of Kedron. Let me actually bring you over to a map. So I can kind of circle its location. Did I bring you guys here, or did I just go myself? I just went myself. Okay. Come on, gang. So if we look along the spine, it's going to be just north of the river of Subren, kind of where it says arrows, the Kingdom of Many Arrows. It's kind of in the foothills of that mountain range there, built into the spine itself.
Ah, the arrows.
And
The Eye of what?
The Eye of the Allfather, or the Eye of a Nom. It's known by both names.
does it like specify exactly what that is?
It's a large temple that was built during the era of the giants, within the Kingdom of Astoria, and it holds significant religious and historical importance to all giants, and they go there to commune with their god, but it is very much in disrepair. Like, they commune with the whole giant pantheon there. But yeah, it's in ruin essentially. Not to the point where it's like completely collapsed, but it's not very well maintained anymore.
In further digging, was this a site that was more like a pilgrimage site where they would travel to and perform rituals and then like leave a few days later, or was it more like in the heart of a city? You might have already kind of specified.
It's more of a pilgrimage now. It was more of a central place in the time of giants, but now it's more of a pilgrimage site.
Do we learn if it's like carved into the mountain, or is it like
It's built into the mountain, yep.
Carved into the mountain.
See, I might be able to quickly pull over a photo that's not awful of the entrance, not the whole inside.
Not sure if we'd find this. We did roll well, but this is a thing that would be kind of weird to be in books. Any talk of like escape tunnels in case they got attacked, or like secret passage in, or like just in case it's like ends up being guarded when we get there or some shit.
No, it doesn't. There wasn't like secret passages. There's like cracks in the mountain itself that some of them are humanoid size that might be traversable but dangerous. But yeah, but it wasn't built to be like have exits and stuff like that, because it was just built to be a temple. So nothing too crazy in that regard.
Siegfried also wants to look up on fire giants. Like, just any general information, weaknesses.
Do another investigation. I can't upload a picture. Roll20 hates me. It wasn't that impressive anyway.
10.
10. Nothing. You don't find anything like super in depth. You know that they are very inventor focused society. Usually live within craters of active volcanoes or places of large lava flow because they use it in their forging. But nothing too in depth.
Did we ever get the name of that black dragon earlier? It was so long ago now.
Yes. I don't know if I can't remember if you were there or not. I'm just gonna assume you did.
I think I
even
was.
If you weren't. Okay. It was Corosinos.
Corosinos, yes, that sounds familiar. Can I look up stuff about Corosinos, like if there's any stories, did anybody ever kill him? Maybe like any lore from where he came from.
Yeah, give me a investigation.
Okay, which die am I feeling? This one rolled the nat 20. Let's go for it again. Investigation, you say?
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid 14. If I say solid, it makes it sound a little better.
Yeah, that's true. You do find one that's like it's kind of more of a tome of prolific dragons. And you do find a small section on Corosinos. You do know he's a black dragon, incredibly old, kind of direct descendant of some of the more older dragons, some of the first dragons. You do know he went missing. Not missing. Nobody has seen or heard from him in many years. I don't want to say centuries, but it's getting close to that point.
Decades.
Yeah, decades is good.
Mm-hmm.
And last people knew he was in the area of the High Moor.
Right. Oh, the High Moor. Yeah, okay, that's the same one I was looking at earlier.
Mhm.
Okay. Good. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the information we had already, I feel like. But 14, that's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
If no one else has anything, it's gonna be a long shot. The multiverse.
All right.
Oh my
Go for
gosh. I have an idea if he rolls well, if you need something.
I want to know if there's any documents of alternate selves, alternate timelines. We're not going to combat. Let me roll with advantage.
All right.
That's what you think.
Investigation, right?
Yeah,
Ninjas
investigation.
drop down through the ceiling.
Library ninjas.
It was the
They're all-
librarian all along.
All the
Just
books
roll
are
a nat
mimics.
It's a nat 20 for 24.
Yes.
I mean,
What were you
Baka,
gonna
I don't,
suggest, Chris?
I don't think you need me to explain that much, but like, you know, I mean, maybe there's some hints of like Tharden or something along those lines.
I was gonna say, you don't find anything necessarily concrete, but there are strange, like, it's like collections of notes and headlines from newspapers that don't seem to have a connection with a multiverse thing, but they just don't make sense to be collected in this space. Just like different important events that don't seem to be connected to each other.
Is there any
but
events
some-
that didn't happen in this timeline?
Yeah, there.
I don't
yeah,
know,
there,
it's
you
just-
do. You do see some strange, like very they would seem like almost world-ending events or world-changing, but you don't remember ever hearing about them. And then you do, like, some of the ramblings are alluding to things that happened before that no longer happened. And like they're all collected in this book, and then there's different theories that people have as to where these came from or what they could be alluding to, but nobody seems to have the exact answer as to what's happened. Some people seem to think that the deities might know what this could mean. Yeah, but they aren't able to get any information from deities, even from the highest priests. They seem to be held to some sort of code to not talk about it if it is a thing.
We were just there.
We did try to ask them, and they're like,
yeah. Well, like this book does seem to suggest that they wouldn't tell you if you did ask them. Seems it's again, yeah. Just like to kind of wrap it into a little bow. There's a lot of theories as to what could be happening, but nothing concrete. And anything that would possibly have answers doesn't seem to be able to answer them.
And there's completely nothing about someone else having what Kevhorn had.
You don't see anything that seems to match up with what you've experienced. But I will say, with a natural 20, you find one strange, like, it's a collection of authors trying to figure all of this stuff out, all in one place. There's a very offhand and small snippet seeming to allude that the Lord Protector knows what's going on with this.
I don't care. We're waiting 3 days.
Siegfried wants to look up books on ASMRs.
Okay, roll me.
Oh, he's gonna end the sentence right there.
Hey, that's the wrong section. That's the forbidden
I
section.
go to the 18+ section.
The cloak of invisibility to go there.
You said what, investigation?
Yeah.
9.
9.
Siegfried gets a paper cut.
No!
Ow.
Kelborn leaps to...
Yeah,
Bleeds all over the books.
I prevent.
No,
I forgot to say it too. I was gonna earlier say that I am turning every page for Siegfried, but I didn't end up saying it.
Yeah, just general knowledge again that you kind of already have on their creation. You actually kind of have more information this book does now, knowing that you were created from a drop of blood that was spilled into the into multiple different realms. Yours leading to the realm that you are in currently, and was taken by Ilmater and created into you, which isn't mentioned as a way of Aasimars being created in this book.
I'm gonna write my own book one day.
And I'll look up how to safely draw blood.
Okay. Investigation.
Damn it, 6.
You find one where it's like very medieval doctor. Use a dagger.
Leeches on both eyes.
Leeches, yes, leeches is a big one.
Oh.
Any other books?
And I look up a book about making organic, nutritious treats for your pets.
Yeah, I'll just give you that one. You have.
Is there like a volume 2 of the ABCs of Gods or whatever?
Yeah. It's more gods of this realm, but it's all different gods for each letter. Yeah. All right. If that's it, give give me Huey. Hey, Huey, roll me a perception check.
Hey, okay.
Come on, Huey. Okay. That is a 17 perception.
17 perception. Huey encloses on the hill giant encampment. Black smoke choking the air from these fires still being fed 24 hours a day. He does see that the small soft blue tent is gone. You can kind of see where some of the smaller trees had been knocked over by the storm bird leaving. But as he kind of circles around the camp, about to head back to Benjamin, he notices what isn't visible from Neverwinter, because the black clouds choking the sky or black smoke choking the sky from the fires. The legion of clouds coming this direction from where you had left the cloud giant court. And that is where we're ending our session. So, thank you all so much for joining us for this week of Glory of the Giants. Again, we're going every other week with Spelljammer, so be sure to be caught up on that, because we're having fun over there. DrPhage might have just caught on to something that's happening here. We'll see. I'm going to talk after the session with everybody. But everybody else, be tuned in for 2 weeks from now when we come back. But be sure to be checking out Spelljammer. And of course, Abomination Vaults, our Pathfinder game that's happening as well. But thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Let's keep making stories together.